So Steve and I are out here at this busy trail on a Saturday morning because we're crazy.
Yeah. Well, she is anyway.
Bay doesn't do well with other dogs and other bicyclists, so we're going to try this. We had to get off the side of the path. Steve and I were out here about 2 weeks ago. We wandered through just a little of this, and I thought, I wonder if this would be a good place to bring a client for a photo session. As you can see, it is not close to sunrise or sunset. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning in the spring, so the sun's pretty high. It's coming and going in the clouds. We have a huge meadow here, cars in the background, parking lot. So how am I going to do this? So come along with us on this little walk with Bailey, and I'm going to show you the 3 things that I look for when I'm exploring a new place for dog portraits. And I bring this up because this happened to me last week. A client wanted to go to a specific location and I did not have time to scout it first. And I got there and it was really sunny and then it was really cloudy and we had black dogs and it was windy, so I couldn't use my light. And so today we've got minimal gear. Steve's just out here photographing birds, but I've got my Sony A1 with a 70 to 200 millimeter lens on it. And I've just stuck the GoPro on top to show you. No lights, no reflectors, no nothing. So we're just gonna head out with the camera and the lens, and I'll show you some good spots to photograph a dog, even in the most challenging locations. So come on, let's go. Okay, let's see if I can walk and talk. So the first thing I look for when I get to a location is the light. Does that surprise you? Probably not. So number 1, we're gonna look for the light. Right now, we have a lot of just bright open light. It is still early spring here, so we don't even have shade from the trees. So what am I gonna do? Like if I turn around here, you can really see the long shadows, right? So what are my options? Number 1, I can shoot in full sun. It's not completely above us yet. Or number 2, I can find shade. So obviously work with the light or trying to escape it. So that's what we're looking for now. We're letting Bay get a nice sniff walk in first so she's a little bit calmer. All right, the second thing I'm going to look for is backgrounds. You might find this amazing light and behind it is traffic or light poles or something that's you're just not going to be able to edit out, and it's not very nice. Don't worry, I'm going to show you some examples of this. Let's see, I think we go over this bridge here a little bit. Yeah. The third thing that I think about is where to pose people. So their pets and the people. Today we're just working with the one dog. So that makes it a little bit easier. If I was trying to pose 2 dogs and a family on this bridge, we have a few more obstacles. You can see with the interesting light here. But those are the 3 things I look for in that order. First, I'm going to look for the light. Next, I'm going to look at the background. And last, I'm going to look at where I'm going to place them. If there's something to place them on, like we have this pretty bridge right now, and there's a bench over there. Where else can we actually place our subjects? All right, so this bridge is just too busy to film on today with bikes and joggers. But I want to give you an idea of, okay, so we could have nice open light. She's small, we can put her in the shade. So we're looking for the light. But backgrounds, if we look that way, it's not bad. We have some fields and open sky. If we shoot that way though, we have the bench and the sign and the road up above. So the direction I would place her is to have that as the background. So when I'm looking for light, I typically like open shade or a place, you know, if I'm bringing my flash, that's different. But like this, we're gonna find some open shade, and I see some right up under these trees. Now they're not completely leafed out yet, so you can imagine in a month or 2, this will have a lot more shade possibilities. But we're gonna walk down this trail and see what we can find. Okay, I'm already seeing several locations right here. So light, we've got little spots of open shade, plenty big enough for the dog. I also want to look at the background. So I don't want the background to be completely bright, and I also don't want to have distracting things. And then what am I going to pose her on or around? So if she's pretty little, just kind of on the trail is fine. If I was bringing a family out here, I'd be looking for stumps and rocks and the bridge to sit on, maybe even this picnic table to an extent. I even see a stump right there that she might be able to get up on. But what I want to start with is some of this open shade we have just right here. So we've got this tree in nice shade. We have this cool fence right here, and there's a little bit of shade there. So let's work that a little bit, and I'll show you what I'm doing, okay? What are we looking for? We're looking for light. We're looking for backgrounds. We're looking for where to pose them, okay? Let's look at this. Whew, I wish could get inside here and use that textured wall. That would be nice. So what I'm looking at right here, I'll turn on my GoPro and I'll show you from this angle. All right. So if we're looking here, let me get this figured out here. Yeah, so the background, we got nice light here. It's not too terribly bright in the background. And then we have this leading line of this fence. So Steve, what I would like is for her to stand, see where those kind of dry leaves are. There's a little patch of shade there. And Steve might actually be able to make some shade for her. Let's see, is she in the shot? That's okay, we got it from the GoPro. So let's see now. She needs to be as close to that fence as possible. Let's swing her bandana back around to the front. And actually, we're gonna put her her leash connection to the top. So I'll get some video in here. So this is the camera angle. I can actually get a lot lower. You can see the leaning line of the fence. Hi, Bae. She's in really nice light. The background's pretty. Let's take some pictures. Good girl. Turn sideways. Hi, Bae. Are you a good girl? So I have ISO 250, 1/640th of a second, f 5.0. So we've got everything, right? Woo! Get up here. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Bailey. Good girl. All right. So in that location, you could see I had good light. The background was nice, and I had a place to pose her that had interest. And I think that if I just turn around, we've got this cool tree here. We've got this picnic table. The stump that's over there is in full light. So I don't know if I'm gonna like that. Should we try it? Sure, Steve's like, I don't know. He's out here to photograph birds. This is a tiny area. This is not very big at all out of this entire park, but it's got the light, the backgrounds, and the posing surfaces. So I can almost do an entire session right here. Let's look. Okay, so what we've realized is this stump, if Steve stands there, he's making the shade. So let's see if we have all of the elements that we possibly need in this. So first we're gonna look for the light. And with Steve standing there, he's giving her enough shade. I'll show you what it looks like without him doing that too. And then we're gonna look at the background. So I think the background is very similar to where we were at the fence. I can swivel a little bit and have the tree in the background, or I can just have this grass in the meadow in the background. And then we've already found something for her to pose on. Yeah, so she's gonna get a teeny bit of treat. There you go, because I forgot to bring treats, oops. So let's see it from camera point of view here and see what we wanna do. I don't know if I'm still in the shot. Okay. So here we are. You can see the wide view. Here's the view from the camera. Hi, Bae. Are you a good girl? Yes, you're such a good girl. You can see how, like, maybe I should go a little higher so the background can be darker. There we go. Because when I get down here, it's pretty bright behind her. If I come over here, we got the tree. Maybe I'll try a couple ways. All right, let's see now. Let's see, Bae. Wait. Hi, are you a good girl? Are you a good girl? Yeah. So that's down low. Bay. Good girl, sit. Can you sit? You can sit? No? Okay. We got to get our vertical. So if I come way down here, hi. Then she's like super dog. I like that too. And then if I come up here, hi. I got a little hot spot right there. Steve, why don't you stand on the other side? I can show people what it looks like for bright sun on her. Uh-oh. Come here, honey. Hop up. Oh, that's cute too, though. I really like that. This dead twig we can move. Good girl, good girl, good girl. Step aside a little bit more, honey. Thank you. Good girl, right there, right there. Oh, good girl. Hi, I've got my settings way too high. Hi. Are you so good girl? That's adorable. I don't know if y'all can see that. Wait, wait, wait. And I'm gonna see if I can get really, really low. Hey, Bay, try it one more time, sweetie. There you go, Bay. And this is her in full light. But I think she's looking kind of epic, honestly. Okay. All right, she's on to me that I have treats. So there's 2 locations right here that we were able to find. So far, we've got the fence and the log. What was the other one I was thinking of? Maybe the picnic table, but I'm not, it's kind of this plasticky picnic table. I'm not in love with that idea. So let's, and with the tree in the background?
Or with her standing against the tree?
Against the tree. And actually, now that I'm looking at it, even at that stump with the tree in the background, this nice dark background, if I can get far enough away. Let's see. I do like the tree. I like that tree as well. Yeah, let's take a look. Okay, next we've decided we like the texture of this tree, and this side of the tree is in shade. So I'm thinking her standing just several feet in front of the tree, I can have the texture of that just out of focus and fill the frame. So obviously beyond that, it's really, really bright. So what I found is I like the shade, the open shade. That's my lighting preference. We have the background, which is this cool texture of this cottonwood. And then posing, she's just gonna stand. So we're just gonna do that, and I will show you through this view. Okay, let's see here. We're gonna fill the tree. I'm gonna take this down to like 4.5 aperture. We're still at 1/800th of a second. Okay, where'd she go? Bay, can you turn her around, honey? Okay, cool. All right, great. So we have a little bit of greenery there. You can see that. And I'm gonna, in the final images, I'll zoom in and I'll do vertical as well. So that's a really good spot. The background's nice. But I think I wanna get even lower. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, Bay. Okay, Bay. Are you being a good girl? Oh my gosh, are you a good girl? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. We're gonna get way, way down here. Hey, Bay. Meow. Hey, Bay, treat. I said the T word. I said treat. Good girl, okay. Good job, let's get her a treat. Well, okay, that's what you get. You got a big one, okay. We've been really lucky that we found a little bit of open shade, like clearly no leaves still. But the trunks are just right for a little bit of shade for a little pupper. I could have put a bigger pupper there too. Probably not a whole family though. So what I want to do is see what we can do with just big light. So out here, there's a trail in the dirt that a lot of joggers and bicyclists aren't going on, but I do see one person with their pup. So we're gonna wait for them to come through, and then we'll see what we can do about getting a picture of her just kind of in the field on this dirt trail and see what the light's like, and if we like it at all, and if this could work for a client session. This is a challenge, everybody. Look at you. What are you doing right now? Babe, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, you can see the kingdom, can't you? What? Oh my gosh, she's being cute. I do like this trail in these really tall weeds. Like they're as tall as us. That's really cool. But you can see the light is very directional. So I could get like, oh yeah, her shadow on the ground. We can get some full sun ones here. So we have to really think about, how do we want that? Do we want her shadow off to one side? Do we want her face in shade and the rest of her kind of glowing from the sun behind her? Do we want her all in the light? So she's on that side and the sun's right there. We're gonna get a glow behind her and the front of her a little bit darker. If we swivel this way, she's gonna be in full sun with all these weeds behind her. If we went straight down this trail, we have kind of the curve of the trail and the dirt, which is very natural looking. But we also have these houses way back here. So with her, obviously, with all my subjects, I try to get almost all the way on the ground, pretty much all the way on the ground. So we shouldn't really need to see the houses. We probably won't see the houses. So what we're looking at in this space is either having the path behind her or some of these really tall weeds. So I think that's kind of what we have here for backgrounds. To pose her on or near, there isn't anything. So this would just be your standard trail shot or path. We could use the shape of the path if we wanted to incorporate this S curve in there and have her at the beginning or the end. I like the beginning typically. So let's kind of see what we think we like. Right now, what I want to do is, I'll get the GoPro going for you too, is kind of assess this particular spot. So Steve, if you can stand in the middle of the trail right where it curves right there. All right. So if we have her here, Steve, go on the other side of her. So this is the sun coming from over here to here. All right. Oh, wow. My settings are not where they need to be. Wowza. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can see with this spot, we have the shade, the shadow coming this way. There's shade on her face, where this is where if I had a flash, I would put the flash on the opposite side of the sun, but we don't have that today. We have a little tiny bit of a bounce back of light from the light colored substrate. So let's see. Hey, bae. Hi, sweetie. I don't think that looks bad. I think as a little white dog, boo, 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 having her kind of glowing off to the side is really, really pretty. Now, and I have a little bit, hey bae, if I zoom all the way out to 200 and I get a little higher, hi, hi, good girl. Then I can get a little bit of that S curve. Sit, stand, whatever, just stay still. Hey, hey. So that's kind of a cool look, but I don't really love it. I don't know if a lot of clients would love it, but I love having her little in the corner and this S curve going off and about. So let's try the way where we've got her backlit and we have the bushes that way and the opposite way. And then I'm gonna be over here. So she needs to be, and I don't want your shadow on her. Yep, so have you go on the other side. There we go. It's a little sticky there for her. So here's what we're gonna do. She doesn't know what we want. So whoosh, 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 whoosh. Right there. Good girl. Wait, wait. So this is the sun behind her. Uh-oh, Bae, where are you going? Hey, Bailey. Hi. Hi, honey. Hi. Oh, I love her looking up at Dad. Okay, so you can see what we're working with here. The shadow right in front of her, the rim light around the edges of her with the light behind her. Good girl. All right, so let's do the opposite. Let's trade sides. So now she's gonna have the light straight on her. This would be a much prettier location in the summer. It might be a little too pokey for her, let's see. And I'm gonna be way over here. There we go. So we're in the bright light. Very, very different look. We still have, the background is just plain grasses. She's standing there nicely and the sun full on her. Hey, treat. Good girl. We'll get a vertical. Treat. We'll get a close up. Treat. Are you ready? Are you ready? Good girl. Right there, right there, right there. Hi. Are you a good girl? Yeah. Okay. Oops. Let's give you a treat. There you go. So that's what I wanted to teach you today. My 3 tips for finding a great spot for a dog photo in a location you've never been to. So what was number 1? Find the light. What was number 2? Find the background. And what was number 3? How are you gonna pose them? Are they gonna be on something? That kind of thing, around something. Where can you pose them? This comes into play a lot more when you have multiple pets and dogs, just to change it up a little bit and have people have somewhere to sit. I didn't have a family available to film that, but you get the idea with Bay today. Is she even in the shot? A little bit, but she's ready to keep walking. So remember those 3 tips. Next time you find yourself in a brand new location, that's how you find the best spot to take a picture, no matter your conditions or your location. Bay, are you ready? You ready? Oh my gosh. Okay, you gotta say bye. Okay, everybody, bye from Bay. She says bye. Oh, I kicked the camera. Oh, bye. Let's go, Bay, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Yeah. Woohoo.